Like a lot of people, I have a lot of PlayStation games, but I have never platinumed one.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Many YouTubers have set out to platinum the games that they own, so I thought I'd give it a go myself. How hard can it actually be?
Huh?
I've decided to start off easy with a Lego game. That game being... Now, I thought it would be easy.
Wrong.
Turns out this Lego game is the hardest one to platinum. Released in April 2022, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga has a total of 46 trophies. The difficulty rating of getting the platinum trophy is a 4 out of 10, and it will take you over 100 hours of playtime. So, easy was definitely the wrong word to use. But anyway, it's time to get started and get my first platinum trophy. Like in all LEGO games, you have to play the story first. In this case, the stories of all 9 Star Wars films. I decided to start with The Phantom Menace because, well, it's the first movie. The game opens with a ship carrying Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Heading to a Trade Federation battleship. We were poisoned, fought some battle droids, and then escaped down to the planet of Naboo, where we met Mr. Binks.
Mr. Jar Jar Binks!
After warning Boss Nass of the droid army, he told us the best way to get to the city. This led us to our first level, a bigger fish. I actually got 3 trophies from this first level. The first being, you guys got yourself a ship, which was attained by earning 17,000 studs. The second one being...
Impressive. Most impressive.
Which I got from completing all of the challenges in a single level. And the third one was...
A fine addition to my collection.
which was achieved from collecting all 5 mini-kits in a level. Now, from each level you play, you can obtain a total of 6 Kyber crystals. There are 1,200 Kyber bricks to collect in the game, and 270 of them you get from the story levels. You get 1 from completing a level, 3 from completing True Jedi, 1 from completing the 3 challenges, and 1 from collecting all 5 mini-kits in a level. So from the first level I got 5 out of 6 Kyber bricks, which isn't too shabby.
The Force is strong in this one.
The next level we played was actually so fun. We got to play as the Youngling Killer and compete in a pod race. I managed to get 4 out of 6 Kyber crystals on this level, but no trophies. Aww. Anakin leaves his mother on Tatooine.
I will come back and free you, Mom.
We're attacked by Darth Maul, Anakin is introduced to the Council, and we're back fighting Darth Maul again. Qui-Gon is killed, and then we play a level as Jar Jar. From these levels, I only gained 3 of the 12 Kyber crystals available and gained no trophies. The last level for the Phantom Menace is a flying level. Now there is a trophy up for grabs called I Can Fly Anything. For this trophy you have to survive a whole flying level without dying.
This thing's doing a lot of damage.
Although I missed out on that trophy, I did get another from this level. You think you're some kind of Jedi, which you get from completing a True Jedi for the first time.
Yeah, boy.
After this we had a big party on Naboo, and I got a trophy for completing the Phantom Menace story. 5 trophies from the first film. I can't complain. Moving on to the Attack of the Clones. This episode's first level is a flying level, and another chance for me to claim the I Can Fly Anything trophy.
We'll stop for Master, I promise. Well, if we could not crash before doing so, I'd greatly appreciate it. Master, you need to relax. I'm a great pilot.
The assassin we were chasing is killed, and Obi-Wan tracks the dart used to kill her to the planet Kamino, where we encounter our first boss battle of this episode. I got the I Don't Like You Either trophy whilst fighting Django for achieving a combat multiplier score of 30. I literally just spammed my R2 button to get this trophy. He escapes, but Obi-Wan tracks him down, and this leads us to another flying level, and yet another chance to get the I Can Fly Anything trophy. This time I actually got it. I played out the rest of the Attack of the Clones and achieved the trophy for completing Episode 2's story. 8 down, 38 to go. The Revenge of the Sith levels are pretty much all boss fights, apart from one with Yoda on Kashyyyk. I actually didn't gain a single trophy on this one until I completed the story.
I have failed you.
A New Hope starts out on the Tantive 4, just like LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, but this level doesn't compare to the classic. Utter nostalgia from that level. C-3PO and R2 are sent away with the Death Star plans and meet Luke. The next level is quite a boring one. We have to rebuild the Millennium Falcon and fight off a load of stormtroopers. It feels so long.
That's what she said.
I did, however, get another trophy during this level, and who gave you permission for knocking 50 helmets off of enemies' heads? Later on, whilst trying to escape the Death Star, I earned another trophy, Aggressive Negotiations, for killing 3 enemies with 1 explosion. The rebels blow up the Death Star, and I earned the trophy for completing a New Hope story. Now, for the next 3 films, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and The Force Awakens, I only achieved the trophies for completing the stories. It's fine though, because we got to kill Jabba with R2.
Yeah! That's how we do it in my neighborhood, bitch!
In the first level of The Last Jedi story, I gained the trophy, Get the Crews to Their Fighters, for destroying 100 TIE fighters. I quickly finished this story and got the trophy for completing it. I absolutely despise The Last Jedi. And finally, we go into the last movie, Rise of Skywalker. Somehow Palpatine returned.
Do it.
I made Rey fly. And we gained our last story trophy. We also got another for completing all 9 stories, leaving us on 19 out of the 46 needed. But now, it's time for the grind. If you're enjoying this video and want to see some more riveting gaming videos, then remember to smash the subscribe button and leave a like. Cheers. I headed into the open world, or worlds in this case, and tried to complete as much of the planet events as possible before going back to the levels to do free play on them. I decided to do the planets in trophy order, with the first trophy being the Arcanist sector, which you get for completing Tatooine and Geonosis. I started off with Tatooine, and I instantly realised why this is the hardest LEGO game to platinum. Knowing I had to do all of this on every single planet was making me want to end it all, especially when the game just started breaking on me. Whilst on Tatooine, I went to the Cantina to get the trophy Jedi Business, which you get for making 5 people fight in the bar. I made sure to ride all the creatures on Tatooine as well, as I need to ride all of the creatures in the game to get the trophy I've never seen a real one. Also, after collecting my first data card, I made sure to buy studs ×2. This would help me get more studs to put towards getting the trophy Only One Business in This Galaxy, which you get for collecting 10 billion studs. Now, I wasn't able to 100% everything on Tatooine, as in the game you need to collect rumours from people dotted around all of the planets. When talking to these people, they unlock more missions for you to complete, so for Tatooine I hadn't unlocked all of the missions. Therefore, I'd have to come back later, once the missions were available. Next, I headed to Geonosis. I completed as much as possible, but like Tatooine, I needed to unlock some more missions. This means the Arcanist Sector trophy for completing Tatooine and Geonosis would have to wait. The next trophy on the list was the Greater Javin, for completing all events on Hoth, Bespin and Crate. I started on Hoth, and let me tell you, getting Nute Gunray was absolutely painful. It took me ages. I rode the Tauntaun to add to the I've Never Seen a Real One trophy, but sadly, just like Tatooine and Geonosis, I was unable to 100% Hoth first time round. I then moved over to Bespin and was actually able to 100% my first planet. 1 out of 24 planets done. I was also able to 100% Crate, although I thought I wouldn't after it took me 27 attempts to do this one pit droid mission. Oh my fucking god, I can't do this. Oh my god. I genuinely nearly gave up on the platinum, but I got it done in the end. Moving on now to the next trophy, New Territories, which you get from completing the planets Cantonica, Yavin 4 and Agent Kloss. I started with Cantonica and was able to 100% it. Also, whilst on this planet, I made sure to ride the Fathier. We also met whatever the fuck this is. Next was Yavin 4, which I was also able to 100%. This one puzzle mission took me ages though. I should have just listened to the droid because he literally told me how to do it. I then travelled to Agent Kloss and was hopeful of getting my first trophy for completing a group of planets. Turns out I wasn't able to 100% this planet and was left without a trophy yet again.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus!
Now for the next trophy, Rishi Maze, where we have to complete all events on just one planet, Camino. One planet is surely a piece of piss, right? I was able to 100% it and gain my first planet trophy, finally. Next up was the interior trophy for completing Coruscant, Jakku and Takodana. I wasn't looking forward to doing Coruscant as there's quite a lot to do in it, but it wasn't too bad. Still though, I was unable to 100% it completely, writing off the chance to get the interior trophy first time around. I did however get the trophy Raw Untamed Power whilst on Coruscant by fully upgrading one of the character classes. I then travelled to Jakku and luckily was able to 100% it. The same with Takodana, 100%. We're getting there, I think. Kashyyyk and Kijimi were next, and I started off with the Wookiee planet. I completed all the missions, and the trophy The Slice popped. I was very confused and thought it must have glitched as I hadn't completed Kijimi yet, but it turns out I had. For Kijimi, all you need to do is complete the Rise of Skywalker story level on the planet, and then it's done. Another trophy in the bag and we're halfway there, living on a prayer. Next was the Trailing Sectors trophy for completing Dakar, Naboo and Pisana. I started off with Dakar and it was actually one of the easiest planets to complete. Once I 100%ed Dakar, I headed over to Naboo, which was not an easy one to do. Now when I say easy and not easy, all of the planets are the same difficulty, mission-wise, because you do the same thing on each one. It's just how long each one takes to complete that I'm referring to. Dakar only took around 50 minutes, whereas Naboo took around 3 hours. I was able to 100% it though. I headed to Pisana next, and you guessed it, as always I couldn't 100% it first time around, meaning I miss out on the Trailing Sectors trophy, one Kyber Brick away from getting it. Moving on to the trophy Unknown Regions, which you get for completing Act 2, Endor, Kef Bir and Exegol. I started off with Act 2, I think that's how you say it, and I was able to 100% it. If there is one good thing that came from the sequels, it's the Porgs. I then went to Endor and scared a few Ewoks. Sadly wasn't able to 100% it first time around, so the Unknown Regions trophy is already written off. Next was Kef Bir, and I wasn't looking forward to going to this planet. It's just too much climbing and the Gonk mission was absolutely AIDS. I made sure to ride the Orbat, but I wasn't able to 100% it because the Kyber Brick was invisible for me and I didn't know what to do. I'd have to revisit it later on. Next was Exegol, but before I went I decided to buy all of the characters and ships I'd unlocked because of the massive amount of studs I had sat there waiting to be spent. Exegol was actually quite a cool planet to do, and I was able to 100% it and move on to the last section of planets. The last section of planets would earn me the trophy Western Reaches. I started off with Dagobah and cried with happiness when I realised I only had to get 15 Kyber Bricks on this planet. I was able to 100% it and move on to Mustafar. I actually gained 2 trophies whilst trying to complete Mustafar. The fastest hunker junk in the galaxy for completing all of the races in the game, and what have you done with those plans for collecting all of the data cards. I was able to 100% the planet, but not Mustafar space for some reason, so I'd have to come back to it later. And now finally, the last planet, Utapau. I say that like I've not got to go back to about 17 planets to 100% them. Anyway, I actually was able to complete this planet fully, and the trophy Western Reaches popped for 100% in Dagobah, Mustafar and Utapau. And this is the point that I realised that the space missions didn't count towards 100% in the planet, because I still had Mustafars to complete. Anyway, it's time for the planet clean-up, and to go through every planet I didn't complete.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Now this is when the trophies started to come through and the grind started to feel worth it. I headed back to Tatooine and the Jawa Faulty Droid missions were now available to play. I achieved the trophy Hey What Are You Trying to Push On Us for completing them all. Then I headed to Geonosis and completed the new available missions, which gave me the Arcanist Sector trophy. I then went to Hoth and completed the remainder of the missions there, and having already completed both Bespin and Crate, the Greater Javin trophy was achieved. Next I went to Agent Kloss and completed everything there. There are challenges to do in the game that I've been doing every so often. You need to complete them all to get the Do or Do Not There Is No Try trophy, and the challenge on Agent Kloss was so frustrating. You had to find these lizard looking things, and it took quite a while because they were so hard to see. I got them all eventually and completed Agent Kloss, which made the New Territories trophy pop. After that I had to complete Coruscant to get the Interior trophy. I was able to do that quite easily, but I'd noticed that the I've never seen a real one trophy hadn't been achieved yet, meaning I'd not ridden on every creature in the game. I was a bit stuck, so I googled to see what I'd missed, and it was one on Jakku. It wasn't there first time around as I needed to complete a mission for it to appear, but it was there now. I hopped on it and earned the trophy. Pisana was the next planet I needed to complete, and it was pretty easy to do. A lot of the planets I'd more or less completed and only needed to do 1 or 2 missions on them. I 100%ed Pisana and the Trailing Sectors trophy was gained. My final stop was Endor, where I had 1 more mission to do. I completed it and earned the trophy Unknown Regions. The trophy See You Around Kid for completing all of the events in the galaxy also popped. That was some grind, and it still ain't over. I headed to Mustafar space as it still needed to be completed, and there waiting for me was the final Gonk mission. My favourite type of mission. Luckily this one was in space and there was no chance of him falling off a ledge. Once I finished the mission, he broke my TV and I gained the trophy Gonk for completing all Gonk Droid escort missions. Thank fuck for that. Now, before going back to the levels to do free play on them, there were some other things I needed to deal with. Capital ships. These ships will spawn in at random moments when in space and you have to defeat them to earn them as your own. Once you defeat them, you can buy the ship and complete the missions inside them. Whilst fighting one, I achieved the trophy Only One Business in This Galaxy for collecting 10 billion studs, which was actually quite easy once I had all the stud multipliers. Whilst on the Home 1 ship, I achieved the trophy You May Fire When Ready for collecting 1,000 Kyber Bricks. I never want a LEGO game to have this many bricks to collect ever again. The fact I've still got 200 to go. I then got the trophy Do or Do Not There Is No Try whilst on the Trade Federation battleship for completing all of the challenges in the game, and also got the trophy Hello There for unlocking all 380 characters. Now it was free play time, and to be honest, at this point I was so done playing this game. The last thing I wanted to do was play these levels again, but I had to. I started from the Phantom Menace and worked my way up in order like I did at the start. Whilst playing the first New Hope mission, I achieved the trophy A Little Short for a Stormtrooper for creating 25 disguises as a hero character. 4 to go for the Platinum. Completing the level challenges was definitely the hardest thing to do. Sometimes the game would glitch and I'd do the challenge and it wouldn't recognise that I had, or it would just outright fuck me. For example, on the speeder bike mission, one of the challenges is to fly through the AT-AT's legs.
Oh my fucking god.
In the second to last level in The Rise of Skywalker, I gained the trophy Now I Am the Master for achieving True Jedi in every level. Moving into the last level of the game, I just need to complete all of the challenges in the level and collect all of the mini-kits. I achieved both No More Training Do You Require and You Needn't Worry About Your Reward for doing just that. 1 more to go. And I knew exactly what it was. Power. Unlimited power, which I would get for fully upgrading every character class. And there it is. After 69 hours, 1,200 Kyber Bricks and more Gonk Droid abuse than I care to admit, I have officially platinumed LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. I absolutely smashed the average completion time of 100 hours, and I'm so glad I'll never have to touch this game ever again.
I love you.
Fuck off.
If you enjoy watching me suffer for this shiny virtual hunk of dopamine, drop a like, subscribe for more trophy pain, and comment bricked up if you made it to the end.